Hello everyone. I wanted to talk a little bit about the use of pot supports with the Summit stove. Of course, the stove was designed so that you could set it up to be small enough to support a medium-sized pot without the use of any other supports, and certainly in any width almost to support a wider pot. But if you want to support a narrow pot like this one, you've got to put in some kind of a pot support, and I designed it to be used with the titanium stakes from Lawson Equipment that are just slightly less than 1/8 of an inch. They have no paint on them, and they're fairly straight for a long, for the longest length. And in comparison, I have another shepherd stake here, and you can see that it's not quite as long before it starts bending, and it has this paint coating, which is fine, it works, but the paint coating gets in the way of the holes, and when you have it on a wider setting, it just becomes a problem. So if you can, try to get a hold of something like this, or I have used also dollar store skewers. These are square in section. They might bend just slightly. Certainly for alcohol they would bend, but with wood I think it'd be okay for temporary usage. And I bent this one here so that it could be inserted, from the back and then just come in, so it's a one-piece arrangement. But you can just get a single piece. You can use a coat hanger as well, and I've used titanium bicycle stakes, spokes as well. You can use them in two-piece or this one-piece setup. So that's just something so that you know what you can do. Don't try to use the fat aluminum stakes. They will only fit in the upper row. They won't fit in these rows. And then one more thing about this, just want to let you know. Again, I designed them for that particular stake, and here's one reason why. You can see how these go in. They're going pretty smoothly, but if you wanted to get a little bit wider support, or you just want some more tension on here, oh no, I'm not doing it. What you do is, to get them to slide smoothly, just pinch the stove together like this, and they slide really smoothly. And it's kind of neat when you release them. Then there's a little bit of tension on there, and they're going to hold in place just right. So that's kind of one reason why I did the holes as I did, so that you have that capability. Of course, in a multi-fume mode, or if you're supporting the pot inside, they slide through really easily, like that. And again, in the multi-fuel mode, just to comment on that, I would suggest putting your stove, whatever it is, alcohol version, homemade version, whatever it is, right down, and then adjust your pot height accordingly to what you need to have to make that one work for you. And then if it makes sense and you want to invert it, you can do that. And then maybe, depending on how high your stove is, it could still sit on the ground, or it could be elevated just slightly. As I might have mentioned before, this is set up so that you can drop the transit style burner right in there on its rims, and it'll hold it up just slightly. Get a couple more stakes, put it in here, and you can support your pot right inside like that. Okay, just a quickie about that. I wanted to let you know. And if you have any questions, just email me, all right? Thank you.